Most people think Elon Musk is rich because he builds cool rockets and electric cars. That's adorable. That's like saying a drug cartel is successful because of their logistics operation. Tesla and SpaceX are the front page. What's underneath is something far more interesting and far more terrifying. Because Elon Musk doesn't just own companies. He's engineered a machine where each piece makes every other piece more powerful, more profitable, and harder to compete with. This isn't luck. This is something colder than that. This is how you build an empire that compounds itself. Most people look at Musk's portfolio and see a list. Tesla, SpaceX, X, Neuralink, The Boring Company, XAI. But that framing is exactly backwards. They're not separate companies. They're organs in the same body. Each one feeds the others. Each one solves a problem that quietly makes the others more valuable. SpaceX builds rockets, but rockets need recurring revenue, so Starlink gets born. Now SpaceX has a cash engine in orbit. But Starlink needs tens of thousands of satellites, which means hundreds of launches, so SpaceX just became its own best customer. That's not a business, that's a closed loop. And closed loops are the most powerful structures in capitalism. Tesla isn't primarily a car company. I know, stay with me. Tesla's most undervalued asset is its energy division, megapacks, grid-scale battery storage. As the world scrambles to store renewable energy, utilities are paying billions for them across 4 continents. Meanwhile, the cars are a Trojan horse. Every Tesla sold is a rolling computer feeding an AI training pipeline, which brings us to the layer nobody's talking about loudly enough. Musk launched XAI and fed it data from X, the platform he also owns. While every other AI company pays for datasets, XAI has 2 decades of raw human conversation baked into its training data. That's not a competitive advantage, that's a cheat code. And when those models get good enough, they get embedded into Tesla's autonomous driving, into Optimus, the humanoid robot, into Neuralink. One AI company becomes the nervous system of every other Musk company. Here's the framework so this clicks permanently. Traditional wealthy people own assets. Assets produce income. That's version 1. Smarter version. Build businesses, borrow against them, pay almost no income tax. That's version 2, how the ultra-wealthy avoid salary. Musk operates at version 3. Build businesses that make each other more valuable just by existing. Tesla's brand makes SpaceX credible. SpaceX's government contracts smooth Tesla's regulatory path. X's data makes XAI smarter. XAI makes Tesla's autonomous systems competitive. Starlink powers the whole ecosystem. It's not synergy, it's a financial immune system. Here's the twist most financial journalists miss entirely. The real money-making machine isn't any of these companies. It's the narrative. Musk has the most powerful personal brand in the history of capitalism. When he tweets, asset prices move. When he joins a board, stocks pop. His followers aren't just fans, they're free distribution. Every announcement gets amplified across millions of accounts at zero cost. Other companies pay hundreds of millions for that attention. That's not marketing spend. That's a structural advantage that can't be bought, only accumulated. One honest note, the same system that generates compounding power also concentrates it dangerously. When one person controls rockets, satellites, AI, and potentially brain-computer interfaces, calling them just an entrepreneur starts to feel like calling a nuclear plant a fancy kettle. The machine is impressive. Whether it's good is a different question. The lesson isn't be like Elon, it's the architecture. Build things that make each other more valuable. Create closed loops, stack leverage. Understand that narrative is itself a compounding asset. The most dangerous thing about this machine isn't any single piece. It's that the whole thing gets harder to compete with just by running. That's not business strategy. That's a different kind of physics.